What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the third installment of the Leadoff. My name is WinnerWire Matt, and I am your host this morning. I almost said this evening just because I was used to my other show, but hope you guys got a chance to tune in to Lou last night. Lou started off with his show, and then AP came on, and they both had a friendly-ish banter, but some great plays for the evening. So we love their personalities in the Discord, and they were great on the show as well. So please catch those shows. We have another show tonight as well. So shows in the morning, shows at night. We have a bunch of content coming out. Today is July 1st. It is my mother's birthday. Shout out my mom. Happy birthday. But for those who did not renew your WinnerWire subscription for the Discord, today's the day to do it. We're going to have those auto renews set up soon once we get more stuff built out on the website. But let's recap how we did yesterday. So yesterday we talked about how the Lightning were way too much for Montreal. That turned out to be very true, as they pretty much controlled the entire game. I think it was 0-0 after one. Then they put one in. Montreal tied it, and then from there, Tampa Bay scored with the second left in the second period, and then it was all Tampa from there. So we're on that again. Honestly, in Game 3, I may be on a different side. Good cappers don't just pick the same team over and over and over and over again just because they're good. I think Game 3 in Montreal, if the price is right, Tampa's first time traveling to Canada, first time being in a different realm, different country, series on the line for Montreal. The Lightning can afford to lose that game. Montreal cannot. And they've been decently close games. I think a couple lucky puck bounces in Montreal could definitely steal a game or two. So Game 3 is the spot to bet Montreal if you were going to, or get a cheap price on Tampa. So then again, there's two sides. We're going to have to feel it out, do some more digging, do some more analytics to find our best spot. But, if Montreal was to steal Game 3, I would not be surprised. That's just my 2 cents. Not every Stanley Cup is a sweep, even if the team is completely better than the other team. And good cappers know when to switch sides or find better spots. It could be a fade or Montreal for me. We talked about the Rockies. Anything. We had Rockies money line, first 5, minus 0.5, run line. All those would have cashed yesterday. In the Discord, we ended up going Rockies first 5, minus 0.5. That was a pretty much sweat and a half, but we got through it. And they ended up going off from there. So it was the bottom of the fifth that they ended up taking the lead 3-2 and then never looked back. So it was the right inning to do it, and we ended up being on the right side and would have been on the right side in all 3 plays. So we have a 13-game MLB slate today. Lots of action. Just to give you guys a recap of last night, the Yankees were up 4 in the ninth. And then the Yankees brought in Aroldis Chapman in a non-save opportunity. Why? I have no idea. And it was delayed. So they ended up losing that game. I don't really blame Aroldis Chapman. I do blame Aroldis Chapman, but I really blame Aaron Boone more than anything. But if you had the Yankees, I apologize. If you had the Angels, you probably woke up feeling really, really, really happy. The Cubs were up 7-0. Ended up losing 15-7 to the Brewers. The Mets were up 2-0 off an Alonso home run and then lost 20-2. Yes, I said 20-2. I know I'm still rocking the Mets jersey, fresh off a 20-2 spanking. The Blue Jays lost to the Mariners. Again, with these teams that are just winning by 2 every time, like the Blue Jays playing the Mariners, who are a bad team, but still above 500. We don't really think of that when we think of the Mariners, but teams like the Astros, who just jumped, like we've been talking about every episode, they jumped from plus 2,000 to the second favorites. They're going to regress. It's the nature of the beast. No one just wins every game by 2 just because they're a good team, and we have to know when and where to pick those spots. And if a team is won by 2, 6 of the last 8, I hate when trends go, oh, they covered the run line 6 of the last 7. Okay, well, let's stop betting the run line then, because what goes up must come down. They're not going to win by the run line every single game. So know when to ride it, know when to find, know when it's a good spot, and know when to hop off. That's really the best tip I could really give you. You're going to see that all the time, especially in the MLB. We had the Padres and Grisham yesterday, and Grisham had 2 home runs, including one of them being a grand slam to bring us to the promised land there. But today's a different day. You have the Mets with DeGrom going against the Braves with Ian Anderson. And listen, Ian Anderson's been okay. DeGrom's been absolutely stellar. This may be a Discord play. This may not be, but I want it to be a leadoff play. This is going to be the Mets' first 5 minus 0.5 as a free play. This is not only just because DeGrom's on the mound, but because of how bad the game was yesterday. If you want to be in the World Series contention, you're going to have to know how to respond to games like this. So in typical Mets fashion over the years, when they get slaughtered, they get slaughtered, and they usually get slaughtered for weeks. We have a new ownership. We have a new coach. We have a new star player in Lindor. I'm going to trust that the Mets figure out a way to bounce back. That's just my belief that the Mets will do it. I trust DeGrom to give up, maybe 1 run through the first 5 or whatever he usually does. So the Mets just really need a 2-run bomb in order for us to get it, is my opinion. Again, after losing 20-2, they're going to go to bed cranky. They're going to go – I'm a little biased, but I never actually really throw out Mets plays, if we're being honest. I just think this is a great spot. You have minus 160 on the money line. I think it's a good parlay piece, at least first 5. I don't like to play anything over minus 160, but I think it's a great spot. After an embarrassment, you didn't really waste any of your good relievers because you were down 20-2 basically the entire game. So, and honestly, a wild pitch got really lucky bounce. It should have been 21-2, but it is what it is. So they got slaughtered. They have DeGrom on the mound. You have your ace. You have everyone back in, mindset right. I think it's a good spot for them. My next free play for you guys is going to be the Blue Jays team total over 5.5 at minus 105. And my reasoning here is I like the spot for them. I don't think they're going to cover the run line. I mean, they easily can, but there's going to be a point in time where they stop. So this exact play would have hit yesterday because they lost 9-7. No, they scored 6 in 8 innings, and it was 6-6. So this is kind of a way where if you think they're going to hit, just don't bet the run line, bet the team total, because if you don't trust their pitching, it can come back to bite you. So Blue Jays scored 7 yesterday. They scored 9 the day before. I'm trying to see the last 3 games, and then 5 in the one before. So, and they had 5 through 5, and it just kind of stopped. So they've been hot. They've been hitting. They've Vlad, Bo, Simeon, Hernandez. They have a solid lineup, and I'm 100% backing them over 5.5. And I think they do end up taking Kikuchi down, but again, not going to trust these teams with the run line every single day. It's going to come back to bite you in the butt. But you do have Ryu on the mound, who has been going deep in innings. Was looking at his strikeout props for a little bit, but really the month of June, he really hasn't struck out that many people. So maybe he was on some sticky stuff. I don't know. But his May strikeouts to June strikeouts dropped like 2 per game. And the competition was probably worse in June. So it is. I'm not going to make any assumptions, but I'm not going to bet his strikeouts over 5.5. It definitely comes back to bite you. Thank you guys for joining me this morning, by the way. If you missed the first 2 plays, Mets first 5, Blue Jays team total. Again, these are not Discord official plays. The Blue Jays will probably be, the Mets will probably just be a fun one for myself. The last one that I want to give out, but there is no line, is Justin Turner over 1.5 bases. It's Dodgers Nationals. Justin Turner versus Patrick Corbin in his career is 13 for 35 with 2 home runs, 7 RBIs, with a batting average of 371, slugging percentage of a .657, OPS of 1.107. He knows Corbin well. You can't really pitch around Justin Turner in this lineup. I think it's a great spot for him to keep feasting on what he's been feasting on. Only problem is I don't really see a line. I don't see a line anywhere. If you see a line on MGM or whatever book that you get the bases on, let me know. I'll probably play anything If it's plus money, I'm snagging it 100%. If it's minus 130 or more, maybe I'll stay away because, walks do happen. It can ruin some player props. So I like the odds to be there for us, but I don't really see how it's minus 130 or greater. But that's my prop of the day. If you guys want me to talk about any game today, let me know. I know we have the Yankees and Angels in the morning or 1 o'clock. Blue Jays is at 1 as well. Red Sox and Royals is at 1. And then we have some 2 o'clock game, 3:30. Then it's night games for us. But this is kind of going to be the boring part of the betting season because there's no football. Basketball is, 7, 8, 9 games away from being over. Stanley Cup could easily be 2 games away from being over, probably 3, but then you just have baseball. So if you're not a baseball fan, it's a little boring for you. Luckily, we have some Asian baseball and things like that. You can really bet on anything these days. So you're going to find some spots to bet on if you're just a betting man. But that's basically it. I want to talk about some Euro futures with you guys. Who do you guys think is going to take home the Euro trophy and why? Me and Josh actually were on England at plus 475. And that was, I think, during the game. I think it's literally insane how you can bet a team to win a futures during the game, especially in a bracket like the Euros. It just doesn't really make sense. So we got them plus 475. I think England has a really weak side of the bracket. I'm trying to pull it up for you guys right now. The other side has Italy, has Belgium. So, and it has Spain. So there's really no competition. Listen, it's Euros, it's going to be competition, but there's really no competition. Yeah, it's plus 200. They're the favorites now because on their side you have England versus Ukraine, and then you're going to be Wales or Denmark or the Netherlands and Czech. Wales can come out, Denmark can come out. Whoever comes out is probably going to face England in the quarterfinals or semifinals. That's probably my guess. But the other side had France. It was supposed to be France versus Spain, Italy versus Belgium, and that was just these teams were just going to eat themselves up. But France lost, so now you have Switzerland, not Switzerland, yeah, Switzerland, and Spain versus themselves, and you have Belgium versus Italy. So Belgium or Italy is going to lose. One of them is going to lose, and then they're going to have to play each other again. So say Italy beats Belgium and Spain wins. You're going to have Italy versus Spain. They're knock themselves out, and England's going to be waiting for them in the championship. So it was a good spot. I think it's going to be Italy, England. That's probably my guess. But again, Belgium can still beat Italy. I'm Italian. I'm a little biased, but Belgium can still definitely beat Italy. But picking somebody out of that fire is going to be a little tough because I think any three of those teams I think can really come out, and I wouldn't be surprised. So we'll see. I really do like England though. I pulled a Nick Pope card, auto out of 15, but he's not starting. I was going to be excited. I thought he was going to end up starting, but he definitely did not. But the Euros are insanely fun to watch. I'm excited for the World Cup. Hopefully USA actually puts up a fight and gets in a good group. Belgium is very good. Yeah, Belgium is actually plus 700, which I think is definitely worth a little sprinkle. I'm Italian, so I'm not really going to root for them versus my brethren, but there's definitely a lot of value. And then going to the NBA, the Suns now are minus 210 to win the championship, and that's due to Trae Young being injured, Giannis being injured. But say Giannis is fine, getting the Bucks at plus 310 is probably worth a little sprinkle, just because I think that they'll have the clear best player, and they really have no one to really guard him. You could try and throw Jay Crowder on there, but I don't think it's going to be solid. It'll drop down to plus 400. Yeah, they're all going to drop as the games go on, but I think it's a good, feeler out to see where they'll be in the World Cup. But any games you guys want me to talk about on the MLB slate? Any early games you guys want me to talk about? Would love to talk about the Yankees collapse. Just kidding. Would love to, but seriously, would love to talk about some early action. I actually do think the Yankees come back and win this game, but minus 155 is a little too much for me. And I don't really trust anything else for the Yankees. Blue Jays, again, we're taking the team total, and the Red Sox are going for that sweep. But they just look so good. They're just clicking on all cylinders right now. Then you have Barrios versus Rodon on the White Sox Twins. It's a great one to watch. Barrios has been in the trade rumors for the Mets, possibly, which would be pretty solid for the Mets to get another arm. The Royals, I think, is good. I love my guy Bubich. But the Red Sox are just so good. I mean, again, you have another 13-game slate. We've had 15-game, 13-game MLB slates. Try to be non-biased. Talk to me about Mets. I did 2 Mets Giants. Yeah, I mean, listen, I don't think the Mets are going to win every game. If you heard me on this show yesterday, I said anytime the Mets play a lefty, I'm not going to touch them, and they lost 20-2. So, again, I don't play the Mets every night. I think it'd be pretty dumb too. But I do like the Mets tonight. I mean, you have DeGrom at minus 160, and you're off an embarrassment. And this is what World Series teams need to do, and that's respond to embarrassment. So it's a good test, and I think I'm going to put my money on that test. So that's really where I'm going to be. A's with Manaea. I love Manaea. If you can get Manaea strikeout props at 5.5, I love Manaea. I think he's a stud. You said, I'm going back to the parlay. You said Giants, D-backs. I mean, the price is there, right? The price is there. They've been completely solid. The Diamondbacks have been very, very, very subpar. Let me see. I forget who's even on the mound. Johnny Cueto and Merrill Kelly. I mean, Kelly's been decent. He's definitely not been good, but he's been decent. But I think you're getting a great price on the Giants. So, I mean, I like it. I'm a fan. I think you have time to hedge possibly with a live spot if the Mets game ends early too. So always find ways to guarantee profit, in my opinion. How about my Phillies? Elfin on the mound, team total. I mean, I thought Nola was going to get the job done for him. Big fan of Nola, but I don't know what happened. It is what it is. But Pablo Lopez has been very good. Elfin's been decent. He's been all right. I don't think the Marlins score, what they score, 11 yesterday or 9? Whatever they scored yesterday. I don't think they score that again, but I don't know what the team total is. If the team total is like 4, I think it's worth a shot. Coming off 18 hits yesterday, though. But I'm a big fan of regression. I hate the trends when they're like, oh, they had 18 hits every single day, blah, blah, blah. I mean, if the matchup's right, yeah, but just because, if they had 18 hits the day before, odds are they're not doing that again. That's just my opinion. But if the Marlins team total is, I know, and you know Elfin. Elfin's pretty, he's been all right. I mean, I usually I'd say he's poor, but he's been all right. Nothing really too crazy about him. Let me check the team total for you right now. The over's 8, so I mean your team total is probably going to be 4. Yeah, I thought it was going to be around 4. I mean, at minus 120, that is not a bad bet whatsoever. Let me check some more analytics for you. Okay, let's see. So the only knock I have on this is that Elfin really doesn't walk anybody, and the Marlins really don't walk either. So if they're gonna score, they're gonna probably have to hit. That's really just my 2 cents. Maybe not team total. This could be a very I don't know. I mean, they've been definitely hitting better in their last month or so. I mean, 4 runs is so easy, right? You think? I think the team total is definitely worth a shot. Yeah, Yeah, 3.5. If it's a minus 120 or less, take it. I think it's a solid bet. I mean, you get 2 home runs, you probably get there, right? Not saying Elfin's going to give up home runs, but you have the Phillies bullpen too. I think 4.5 is a stretch, but the Phillies bullpen is right. I mean, can you live team totals? Can you? I don't even know if you can do that. Is that a bet? Can you live a team total? So say they have like 2 through 6, or like 1 through 6. Can you get over 2.5? Because that's. I mean, you have Elfin and the Phillies bullpen. Do 3.5. That's a solid bet. 3.5. Especially because on these even games, like say it's 3-3 and they go to extras. I mean, if you go to extras, over 4 is a lock, right? You'd think, right? So yeah, I think it's a solid bet. Jeez, yeah, it's MGM. You can. I would look at that honestly. I think Marlins team total over 3.5 is a very solid bet because Elfin has a 4 ERA himself. Not saying the Marlins bats are an all-star team, but I mean they had Joe Panic yesterday for the first time after trading Corey Dickerson, and they looked really good. I think he had a home run his first at bat, but not saying he's going to spark the Marlins, but I think it's a very solid bet. If you could live bet team total too, I'd look at that as well. But over 3.5, I see minus 120. I would take that. Minus 130 is probably the highest I'd go on that team total, but just so many chances of you getting that. Couple errors, couple hits, maybe go to extras. My man. To recap for those who just came in here, these are the free plays. We had the Mets first 5, minus 0.5 with the Grom on the mound going against Anderson, who's a righty, who the Mets know pretty well. And after coming off an embarrassment of 20-2, this is how a World Series teams are going to have to respond. So I like the Mets with the little, crankiness, a little ticked off with the Grom on the mound. I think they come out hot. They come out early. And Mets first 5, minus 0.5. I think I saw it at plus 100 on MGM if you want to check that out and correct me, be my guest. How about them Suns, my guy? Yeah, I mean, I didn't bet it because Lou was in the Suns, but Chris Paul showed up. He deserves a ring. I kind of want Paul George to get a ring for the time he had to face LeBron in the finals. But I mean, if this again, we've been saying it the whole time. This whole playoffs is just surviving, not getting hurt. It's like the healthiest team at the end of the year is going to win. I mean, you have everybody going down. So as long as Chris Paul doesn't get hurt, which I think he might come the finals time, and he's not really used to playing this long into the playoffs, I think the Suns can take it. But listen, if you have a healthy Giannis at the Bucks plus 310 to win the championship, I say why not take it. That's just my opinion. But Blue Jays team total over 5.5. Again, we don't want to play the run line because the run lines with these heavy favorites have been killing a lot of people. And the Blue Jays have a good matchup again today. And for them just to get 6 runs and not have to worry about the other side is just beautiful to me. Justin Turner over 1.5 bases is, I think, a fantastic play. I think there's a good chance he might hit a home run tonight. I don't know what the odds are yet, as they're not posted. But anything Justin Turner, you want Justin Turner over 1.5 bases. You want Justin Turner home run. I think he's gonna have a field day. He's used to Patrick Corbin, and I think he's just gonna be so comfortable at the plate. So those are those 3 plays I want to give out, even though there's no line on Justin Turner. But we're coming close to our end of time here. So any sort of games you guys want insight on, talk to me now before I go finish my dive in on the slate and get some more plays officially for the Discord gang. Remember, today is July 1st. We have giveaways coming up. We have websites, shows, everything's coming together. So if you're not in the Discord gang, $30 a month, $1 a day. I know you bet more than $1 a day. You hit one play, you're going to come back and you're going to it just pays for itself. I mean, it is what it is. What's the free play? Jacob, again, I'll run through them. There's 3. This is my free play. Mets first 5 minus 0.5. Blue Jays team total over 5.5. And Justin Turner bases if you can get it. Those are the free plays. Was tagged in something. I don't know. I believe his book it package went 2-1. Josh's was looking for 3-0, but ended up being 2-1. He did have the White Sox money line in there, and so did the Discord gang. We were all over the White Sox. Over for the Yankees game. I mean, maybe a Yankees team total, but over 9.5 I actually do kind of like. Yeah, over 9.5 I think is a solid play. I don't trust either of these pitchers, to be honest. Goes from Capitalize. Yeah. Yeah, I'll have my package out on Book It later today as well. But, everyone in the Discord gang gets all my plays anyway. So you get the plays from me, you get the plays from Josh, you get the plays from Lou, all for a very cheap price. And we got a bunch of stuff going on. Mets Braves tonight with the going on. So you guys are coming in late, but I love to see it. You guys are just waking up. Early bird gets the worm for me, but Chase, that's for you, buddy. Always for you. Love with the chip on the shoulder. Chicago White Sox and the Giants. So Peach had a parlay with the Giants. I said you have a good price on the Giants, but it's not really a lock. But, I mean, I can't argue that price on the Giants for the much better team. And the White Sox, you have a good pitching matchup. You have Berrios versus Rodon. I mean, Rodon's been better than Berrios this year, and the White Sox have been better than the Twins. So I think Berrios knows he's probably on his way out as well. I think he knows he's getting traded. So whether that puts a spark under his butt or if he is pissed off about it, I don't know. I know the Twins are definitely not going to make the playoffs this year, so I'd probably go with the White Sox again after yesterday's win. I think it's still a good price with, I think, arguably their best pitcher. I mean, I know they have like 4 solid guys, but you could argue any of them is the best one at any given night. Probably have to give Giolito the leader of that. But, I mean, Rodon's been absolutely stellar this year. So anytime you've heard Rodon on the mound, and Berrios has been iffy. He hasn't been striking a lot of people out. So if you put the ball in play, which is White Sox team can do, I think the White Sox have a good shot again. I have my coffee this morning. You guys iced coffee or hot coffee, people? If you're hot coffee in the middle of or beginning of July, I'm judging you like really hard, because unless you're sitting in an air-conditioned room, you're having hot coffee in the middle of the summer, you're a serial killer. That's just my 2 cents. I'm just a big iced coffee guy, especially in the morning. But why don't we do a parlay here? We'll do a little Leadoff parlay. Mostly ice, but I'll take coffee as long as it's coffee. That's actually facts. Let's do a little parlay for you guys here. We'll do a little 3-teamer. We'll do the Mets money line. We will do the Blue Jays team total. Ooh, over 5.5 is actually plus 100 for the Blue Jays. I'm snagging that on DraftKings every day of the week. What was the third one? Oh, Justin Turner base is not up. I kind of want it to be a 3-teamer. You guys want to do the White Sox? You guys tell me. You know what? We're doing the White Sox again. Or Mariners team total, as we were talking about. Boom. Plus 500. Mets money line over 5.5 runs, or team total over 5.5, and the Marlins team total. So I'll put the banner up. Think here it is. There it is. That's what we're doing. I'm not betting against the Mariners. I'm betting on the Blue Jays. I think the Mariners can win this game 7-6, 8-6. That's going to be the free parlay for you guys. We have the Mets money line, Blue Jays team total over 5.5, Marlins team total over 3.5, plus 500 parlay. That's how we're going to do it. You also have look out for that Justin Turner home run or Justin Turner bases. Yeah, I agree. I mean, the Mariners are over 500. People forget that. It is what it is. That is what we're running today, boys. The leadoff first parlay plus 500. Let's see what happens. If there's no more questions, I'm going to head out, get started, finish my dive in on the slate, and get my plays up for the Discord gang. Last chance, and not last chance, but first day of the month, best deal. $30 a month. Come join it. Come test it out. Just come do it. If not, I don't know what you're waiting out on. I mean, it's a good time. We literally have a blast in here. Everyone's on here 24/7. So you're missing out. We're cashing. We're still up plus 30 units on the month, plus almost 70 units on the year when we started in April. So we've always had a positive month. So you've always been making money, and you would have always had earned your fee of $30 every single month. So it pays for itself in the long run, or every month as well. So come join the best team on the planet, and look forward to doing a lot of more shows with you guys. So again, I'm WinnerWire Matt. Thank you for listening to the Leadoff. I will see you again tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. sharp. Hope to see more of you guys in here. Thank you for the 10 of you guys who were tuning in. Put the parlay in, rewatch the videos, find the plays, and let's have ourselves a day. Wish you guys the best of luck on all of your plays today. And if I don't see you, good morning, good afternoon, and good night, guys.